A table saw can be a powerful and versatile way to cut wood, but it is essential to follow safety guidelines and proper techniques to avoid accidents. Here is a general usage guide for a table saw. When operating a table saw, always ensure that you are wearing appropriate safety gear, including safety glasses and hearing protection. Avoid wearing loose clothing or jewelry that could get caught in the saw. Make sure the table saw is on a stable and level surface before use. Disconnect the power before making any adjustments or changing blades. Ensure that the table saw you are using has a pawls attachment, which reduces the chances of kickback while cutting. Choose the appropriate blade for your cutting task. Different blades are designed for various materials and cuts. Ensure the blade is sharp and in good condition to minimize kickback and improve cutting efficiency. Adjust the blade height so that it extends about 1/8 to 1/4 inch above the material being cut. Set the fence parallel to the blade for straight cuts. Double check the alignment before starting any cut. No matter what style of table saw you use, the guard must remain on at all times. When performing a rip cut, or cutting along the length of the wood, position the material against the fence, keeping your hands away from the blade. Use a push stick or push block to move the wood through the blade, especially on narrow cuts. This will ensure that your hands are kept safely away from the blade. For cross cuts, use a miter gauge or cross-cut sled to guide the wood through the blade. Never use the miter gauge and fence together, as it can cause kickback. Ensure the offcut piece is not trapped between the blade and the fence during the cut, as this can lead to kickback or binding. A kickback occurs when the wood is forcefully thrown back at the operator. To prevent this, never stand directly behind the blade. Keep a firm grip on the wood and use proper techniques for each cut. Maintain a steady and consistent feeding rate when pushing the wood through the blade. Avoid applying too much pressure or forcing the wood through the cut, as this can cause binding and kickback. For small pieces, use a push stick or push block to keep your fingers away from the blade. Maintain a safe distance between your hands and the blade during the cut. If your table saw has a dust collection system, ensure it is properly connected and works to minimize sawdust buildup and maintain a clear view of the cutting area. Always wait for the blade to come to a complete stop before removing cut pieces or making any adjustments. Remember, the table saw is a powerful tool, and your safety should always be the top priority. Always read and follow the manufacturer's guidelines and safety instructions provided with your specific table saw model. If you're unfamiliar with the operation of a table saw, consider seeking guidance from a knowledgeable person or professional before using it.